Well, the effect on Group B is that Pakistan now seem already certain of qualifying with 3 wins from 3 matches played. And England, well, may be thinking in terms of qualifying themselves by beating the West Indies twice, but certainly aware of the need today to win against Sri Lanka and also to improve their scoring rate. Our commentators in Peshawar are Jack Bannister, Ray Illingworth, and first of all, with details of the teams, Tony Lewis.
So the teams for this match: England, improbable batting order: Gooch, Broad, Athey, Gatting, Lamb, Pringle, Embury, Downton, De Freitas, Hemmings and Small. So 2 changes there from the sides which have played previously. Athey comes in for Robinson and Hemmings replaces Foster. And Sri Lanka line up Mahanama, Kurupu, Gurusingha, De Silva, Ranatunga, Mendis, Madugala, Ratnayaka, that's Ravi Ratnayaka, then Ramesh Ratnayaka, John and Anurasiri. The umpires, both Indian, Mr. Gupta and Mr. Ramaswamy. Mike Gatting won the toss, England are batting. So we'll join the England innings in the 9th over. Ravi Ratnayaka is the bowler, Graham Gooch the batsman. It's 20 for no wicket. And really good shot from Gooch. Very good to see him in form. 4 runs and a promising start for England. Aravinda De Silva to Chris Broad.
A sloppy piece of fielding there from a non-thrower, because Ramesh Ratnayaka bowled that ball in, arrived at exactly the wrong length, just presented a simple overthrow.
England 64 for no wicket now. Broad is 24. Gooch facing 35 not out. And this is the 19th over. Aravinda De Silva to bowl to Gooch. It's in the air. Oh, that's almost out. They take a chancy run too, because Mahanama is a tremendous fielder. Appeal for a run out. And that was an episode of complete confusion by Gooch and Broad. They'll need to have a get-together about that. Ramesh Ratnayaka, his 4th over, comes in to Gooch. That's a good shot, and that's 4 runs. That really flew away off Graham Gooch's bat, short outside the off stump from Ramesh Ratnayaka. Four down to 3rd man.
76 without loss, and comfortably England's highest opening stand of the tournament. Full toss and handsomely put away by Gooch. And now we've got the 5th bowler coming in for Sri Lanka. That is Anurasiri, left arm bowler, replacing Ratnayaka, Ramesh Ratnayaka, whose 4 overs cost 14. Anurasiri to Gooch. Gooch getting a very fine sweep. 4 runs. And Anurasiri straying around leg stump. Has 5 fielders on the leg side, but Graham Gooch found the gap. That brings up his 50. Hot sunshine finally coming to England's help, with a slight quickening up of the outfield. Heavy early morning dew. And conditions weren't easy to start with for scoring runs. And Broad out. Caught it with mid-wicket by Magic. Just going for trying to hit the ball over the top. Didn't quite get hold of it. Bottom hand in the end came off the bat. As we'll see here, just a top hand leading into the shot. And so Ratnayaka's return sees the end of Chris Broad. New batsman Mike Gatting, as expected, coming in at number 3. The England captain, just about to take his first ball.
Ratnayaka to continue to Mike Gatting. Gatting just whipping that away off his legs. There'll be 2 or 3 runs in this. Now I see the fieldsman down there. But 3 runs to Mike Gatting.
And it'll be Ravi Ratnayaka bowling to Graham Gooch.
And a fine stroke there by Graham Gooch. Ratnayaka just over pitching, hitting the ball away through mid-wicket, and no chance for any of the fielders. And that's the 100 up for England. The 100 coming up of 150 balls, and the second 50 off 61 balls. A change of bowling at the commentary box end. Rangatunga taking over from Ratnayaka. And Gooch there, probably not aiming to hit that quite as fine as that, but from his point of view that was better, semi-edged and away to third man, very fine third man for 4 runs. So 11 runs coming from that over, and that's really what England require at this moment. The score moving on after 27 overs to 119 for 1. Gatting on 12, and Gooch now moving on to 70. And Gooch down the wicket this time, getting the ball on the full toss and picking his spot there through mid-wicket. It's what England require, a few boundaries.
Seven off that over, and the right batsmen have got in there now. That's Gatting and Gooch. 14 to Gatting, 75 to Gooch. Oh, is that out? It's caught. Anura Siri reckons he's caught it. Graham Gooch is not certain. He's going to stay, and Gooch is now formally given out by umpire Mr. Gupta. A fine low catch dismisses Graham Gooch. A very good innings by him. So Gooch is caught and bowled. Anura Siri, take another look at it. Just squeeze the fingers underneath it. Gooch was out for 84. The score is 142 for 2 now, and we're in the 32nd over.
Gooch again there, driving, and certainly just getting the fingers under there. Fine catch, but also a very fine innings by Graham Gooch. Full of good strokes. He's been positive all morning. He's looked in good form from the word go, and then marvellously made 84, which has given England a great start. They'll want to capitalise on that now. You see it again, not quite getting to the pitch, and the ball just carrying. Very fine catch there. Graham Gooch rightly waiting for the umpire's decision, because it certainly was very, very low. Now with England on 142 for 2, it's undecided to continue to Allan. Lamb straight away off the mark, short single on the offside.
A marvellous hit there by Alan Lamb. Moved inside that delivery from Anna Rafiri. Gave it the full treatment, and that's a long carry down there, particularly over deep extra cover. That's the first 6 of the innings for England. Gatting not in any real trouble there. Quickly onto that single. Smart bit of fielding by Mahanama, but England now slowly starting to exert the sort of control they want. 167 for 2 in the 36th over. Ranatunga it is to Gatting.
It's been mainly sunny and fresh. Very good climate. That's in the air, that's safe, and he picked his place perfectly. Super shot by Mike Gatting, clearing mid-wicket, who was there to save the one, and then bisecting those 2 men deep on the onside boundary. 4 runs to Mike Gatting. So 178 now for 2, and we're in the 37th over. Another good shot, and that outfield is really running there. It's quite a sprint along that 3rd-man boundary for Ramesh Ratnayaka, but there was never a moment when he looked like catching that ball, which was chopped away by Mike Gatting. Change of bowling, 38th over. Vinodhan John comes back. He bowled 5, 6 very good overs at the start of the innings. Oh, well, that would surely have been out. Don Anurasiri, lying deep at cover, allowed the ball to come to him, persuaded Alan Lamb just to coast down the pitch, and then he unleashed a very fast throw.
That 2 runs to Lamb brings up England's 200 in the 41st over off 245 deliveries. The applause starting in anticipation of Mike Gatting's 50. He's on 49. England 204 for 2. And there it is. Gatting obliges the crowd. The single out to cover. 58 balls, 2 fours, and really that very low number of boundaries just shows how astutely Gatting's played, taking the 1s and the 2s, pushing and nudging, and really to get a 50 off just 58 deliveries with 2 boundaries really is some high-class one-day batting.
John to continue now to Alan Lamb. And Gatting again, I'm going to have to be quick, and there's a misunderstanding, but a bad throw. Madagali really wide with that throw, anything like a good throw, and Alan Lamb would have been out there. Complete misunderstanding, backwards and forward, both batsmen, and Alan Lamb well short if it had been a good throw. Oh, and that's ball, Mike Gatting. Success there for Ratnayaka. Gatting trying to hit that away on the leg side. Pretty full length and bowl leg stump.
We see Mike Gatting there, bowled by Ramesh Ratnayaka for 58. That ends the partnership of 76, and England in the 44th over, 218 for 3. And the new batsman, John Embury.
5 overs left for England now. They've won the toss, batted first, 234 3. Ramesh Ratnayakar, the bowler, and Allan Lamb batting 41 not out. Lamb goes. Really well run that was. Embury just took a little bit of time to turn. Once Lamb was certain that Embury could get back, he was off. 232 for 3. 46th over. Lamb 43, Ramesh Ratnayakar the bowler. Mahanama, fielder at backward point. England's innings founded on some good partnerships. 53 of 55 balls, Gooch and Gatting, and then Gatting and Lamb, 76. That's a fine shot by John Embury. My word, he got there quickly. Ran down the pitch, inside the line, opened the face of the bat, and it flew away, square on the offside. 4 runs to Embury. It's a no ball, but beautifully struck. Beautifully struck by Allan Lamb, high at the deep extra cover boundary. Just a couple of bounces and over the line. Was a no ball. He might well have been playing that stroke in any case. So Lamb goes to 51. Very good half century. We're in the 47th over. England 245 for 3. And again, well stopped that time. Beautiful stop by Gurusingha. Madhugala backs up. Lamb now thought that was going for 4. He stopped running. He didn't reckon on the Sri Lankan outfield saving that, so just the 2, 53 to Lamb, 247 for 3. Oh, that's a cracking shot. No one's going to stop that. No one's going to stop that. It was almost as if he drew them wider, the long off and the extra cover. He peppered that spot. And then suddenly, when he saw the gap, cracked it straight. 250 up off 281 balls. And the last England 50 coming off just 36 balls. So the charge is on, Raymond.
Yes, Allan Lamb playing beautifully now. He's played well all day, but really is striking the ball with great power at the moment. And again, flying away over the point boundary this time, and there'll be another 3 runs in this. Matanhama, the fielder. Some of the Sri Lankans have stuck to it pretty well. A little bit of pressure at the moment out there. Runs coming pretty quickly now. But the fielding has been pretty good on the whole.
15 off the over, 1 ball to come. It's a good pitch, isn't it? If anything, it's a bit on the slow side, but there's been no real spin or seam.
No, it's a little bit slow, and we didn't think it was all that great for playing strokes, but all this over the way Allan Lamb's hit the ball, it doesn't look too bad at the moment. I don't think England won't be sorry, I don't think, from having played 2 slower bowlers. It's probably a bit harder to hit them around than the quicker bowlers.
Ravi Ratnayakar tries again. 254 for 3. It's in the air, but that's safe and right in the gap at square leg. Well played, John Emery. Well, that really was an expensive over. 19 runs came off that over by Ravi Ratnayaka. That's found the gap and nicely timed by Emery. What a good shot that is. And Emery, of course, proving that he's a great inventor of strokes, especially in one-day cricket. And it remains one of the sadder facts that when England played Pakistan at Rawalpindi, he was tucked in well down the order. Very experienced, good reader of the game. The run rate goes up, 5.53. Well, that's a big hit. It's the far end of the ground. It looks 6. Yes, and 6 is signalled. If you're a stylist, there was nothing pretty about that shot by John Emery, but my word, it was effective and valuable to his side. 6 runs to Emery, 269 for 3.
Now, when John Emery first comes in, he just holds the bat there, and you wouldn't think there's any power in him at all. Then all of a sudden, he starts unleashing these strokes, and really is a tremendously powerful player once he decides to hit the ball. And you see the sky at the moment, and it's looking very, very heavy, and it looks as if we could really get rain out of some of that lot up there at the moment.
.273 for 3. England. Lamb is 62. Oh, no one will stop that. Oh, thundered into the fence below us here in the commentary box. I'm sure the skipper said to Ravi Ratnayaka, pitch it up and make him drive. Well, he certainly did that. A Lamb so very powerful.
It's all right pitching it up, but when it comes back like that, the bowler's in danger.
They're going for it. And not a good throw, that, from the outfield. Right throughout this innings, the England batsmen have gone for their quick singles and then chased for the seconds, putting Sri Lanka under a lot of pressure in the field, and there have been quite a few ground fielding errors. 279 for 5. Three balls left in this over by Ravi Ratnayaka, and one more over to come. Oh, beautiful shot. I mean, that might be 6. It is. It was a low 3-iron of a shot. It never really got a long way off the ground, but it carried and carried, and Lamb has hit a tremendous 6. And Ravi Ratnayaka, a bowler of experience, remember he was in the squad which took part in the bicentenary test match at Lord's. That's better, well up, just an extra yard makes a difference. Emery's coming. 2 runs to Lamb. England did well to keep Lamb the strike. 287 for 3. .15 off the over, 1 ball to go. And in this match, England are really helping their run rate. And that might come in useful if they tie in this table. It's out. Miscue, but then it was a good effort by Lamb. Aravinda De Silva was the catcher. So Alan Lamb has caught De Silva, bowled Ravi Ratnayaka for 76. It's 287 for 4. And there are 6 balls left in this innings.
And ALLAN trying to get into it straight, and I think really the bottom hand just coming off the bat. Just lost control a little bit there. You see it again here as he's really trying to and there you are, the bottom hand comes off the bat. Probably I don't think it slipped. He must be very, very hot out there with all the running about he's done, and the ball just really lobbing up to short extra cover to De Silva. But some marvellous strokes played there by ALLAN, and certainly that last 6 he hit straight, never got above 15 feet high all the way. Really powerful. So the incoming batsman is Bill Affey, with just 1 over to go. What a time to come in for a batsman.
Already England have got 100 off the last 10 overs, and there's 1 ball left to go. It'll only be 1. So that's 101 off the last 10 overs. A really good effort there by England. They won the toss, decided to bat, and sterling work too by Sri Lanka in the field. Never quite had the control in the bowling, but still they have an excellent batting side. The pitch is good, the outfield fast. Sri Lanka to win required 297 runs, and that's at a run rate of 5.94. So that was a very powerful innings by England. Mike Gatting winning the toss and batting first, built on a number of excellent partnerships. 89 between Gooch and Broad, then Gooch and Gatting 53, Gatting and Lamb 76, Lamb and Embury 69, and just the 9 undefeated partnership between Embury and Athey. So there really were no failures. And the most important fact was Mike Gatting got in early. They began the acceleration straight from the off, and England have taken their total to 296 for 4. Hard work in the field for Sri Lanka. A couple of wickets to Ravi Ratnayaka, but for 62 runs off 9 overs. 6 bowlers used in all, and Dilip Mendis, the captain, never quite finding the economical solution to his problems. So now then, Sri Lanka requiring 297 to win this match, and they need to get those runs at a rate of 5.94 per over. So we'll join the Sri Lankan innings. The last ball of the second over, Gladstone Small is bowling to Mahanama. It's 3 for no loss. A superb shot, brilliantly timed, crack of the bat, and Gladstone Small pays the penalty for struggling to find his line. He's bowled a couple of balls down the leg side in his first over, and now Mahanama whacks him through mid-wicket for 4. Good shout there by England, Downton and Gatting at slip, and Small the bowler.
Yeah, there could very well have been an inside edge on that. He looked pretty straight, but possibly just a faint inside edge.
Oh, that's a good shot. Mahanama's favourite shots, picked up 2 fours that way so far in this innings. And the moment to Freitas straight to middle of the leg, he gave it a very good clip. $17 for no wicket, the Sri Lankan score. Derek Pringle to Kurupu now. Good shot. He must have heard of Derek Pringle. So in the first over, Pringle again struggling. Beautiful shot by Kurupu. That's high. I wouldn't like to be under that one. Oh, wonderfully well caught. Beautiful catch that by Graham Gooch at mid-wicket. Well, it was a catch you wouldn't want to be under. And Mahanama decided beforehand really to have a go at it and see the angle of his head. It was going many a mile up. And Graham Gooch did very well.
Yes, he did. He's turned. Originally, that was coming over his shoulder. Pringle firing this one in, around middle and off. Mahanama fetching it, or trying to. At this stage, Gooch just might be taking that over his shoulder, but turning, got it judged, hands up, Australian baseball fashion, in she goes. Second bowling change for England, John Embry to come on. Philip de Freitas rested with a splendid opening figures, 5 overs, 2 maidens, no wickets for 8 runs.
It's a good hit. And it's out, it's caught. Well caught by Eddie Hemmings down at long on, no problem at all. Eased into line, and that's a wicket maiden. And that's a triumph for John Embry, a wicket maiden, his first over. So Kurupu is caught by Hemmings at long on, off the bowling of John Embry. 13 runs he scored. It's 32 for 2, and 11 overs have been bowled.
He's going for the big hit, and Hemmings sighting the ball well, moving across, and again taking it in reverse fashion. A high catch, pulled down well. Gurusena quickly on it, he'll be out if that's hit, and he does. Marvellous run out there. Graham Gooch getting in the thick of the fielding action. Gurusena took a chance on the accuracy of Gooch's pickup. So Gurusena run out for 1, and Sri Lanka 37 for 3. Gooch really just from 5 or 6 yards away when he picked up that hit. And really a couple of errors on the part of the batsman, because had he played the ball more softly towards Gooch, then there may have been a single, but having played it that hard, unless there was a misfield, he was gone. Well, the new batsman, Ranatunga, and he's joining Madugali with Sri Lanka 37 for 3 in the 14th over. John Embry to Ranatunga. Hammered away on the offside. Well stopped. 3 runs. They're looking to run the 4. Marvellous running by these nippy Sri Lankans. And all that work by Graham Gooch for nothing. 4 runs, all run.
Change of bowling at the commentary box end, and Eddie Hemmings is going to be given the first bowl in this World Cup. A bit of a mix-up out there. Bilathi diving full length, just getting a hand to the ball, but they managed to take a single. And then the batsman colliding with John Embry as he went for that quick run. Steady opening over there for Eddie Hemmings, his first over in the World Cup. Just the 3 singles coming from the over, and the score moving on to 46 for 3 after 18 overs. Oh, that's the first loose delivery that John Embry's bowled, and pitching short, and really whipped away to square leg there for 4 runs. 6 runs then coming off the over, so John Embry now 1 for 12 off 5 overs, and the 50 coming up off 116 balls. England managed the same score off 89 balls. And that's a good stroke. There's no man back on the extra cover boundary, and that ball going between Alan Lamb and Bilathi for 4 runs. Madigal used his feet well there to John Embry and opening the face of the bat a bit and threw extra cover for 4 runs. Change of bowling from the score box end, and Graham Gooch going to have his first ball in the World Cup. Again, Gooch down the leg side and picked up, and this time it's 4 runs. Madigal picking that up and just avoiding John Embry, who's set down there at deep fine leg.
Now the Indian umpires, Mr. Gupta on the right, Mr. Ramaswamy on the left, offering bad light to the Sri Lankan batsman, and they said, yes, we'd like to go off. It is very dark. There's some dark storm clouds above and thunder rolling around the outskirts of Peshawar. 78 for 3, and 28 overs have been bowled. So play can restart now. We've had 35 minutes break there for bad light and a spot of rain, and we hear that the umpires have reduced the length of the Sri Lankan innings now from 50 to 45 overs, which means that they have a winning target of 267 to win. That's a simple multiplication of their 45 overs by England's run rate of 5.92 an over. And there he goes again. Short of Gooch. Just the single, but signs that Sri Lanka will now have to open their shoulders, start looking for boundaries. 82 for 3 in the 30th over. Well, that's the way it's got to be done. And so they need 188 more to win the match against England, a run rate almost reaching 10. Bowled him, and well, there we are. Sri Lanka making a charge for this almost impossible total and the huge run rate. Their number of overs put to the innings reduced to 45. They had to make desperate charges, and Madugala's out, and he's bowled by Hemmings. So 99 for 4, the Sri Lankan score.
Well, a pretty desperate shot. Crossed the line and just clipping the top of the off stump, but well bowled to Eddie Hemmings. He had a bit of a slack over the over previous, but again now right on target.
New batsman, Dilip Mendes.
And 33rd over. Sri Lanka 105 for 4. Rangatunga moving on to 40 now. Mendes was just coming on 2. And there's a shout for LBW, and yes, that's been given. Well, the batsman was too happy with that, but a confident shout, and the umpire had no hesitation. So Rangatunga, LBW bowled De Freitas, and that's a pretty straight delivery. And really just wandering across his wicket, and the ball just holding up into him.
Oh, that's good bowling by Eddie Hemmings. De Silva aiming to the onside, plays the ball probably off the leading edge of the bat. Yes, he takes a careful look at that into the hands of John Embry on the offside. And so De Silva has caught Embry, bowled Hemmings for 6. And Sri Lanka are 113 for 6 and now in deep trouble. Ravi Ratnayaka, the batsman. It's deep, it's in the outfield, it's caught by Chris Broad.
This station is located
Beautifully bowled by Embry. You could see the extra flight and the temptation all too much for Ravi Ratnayaka, who laid into it. Absolutely no chance of Sri Lanka slogging these runs to catch up with England and win the match.
Circuit Control Station of KDD.
But the 7th wicket falls as Ravi Ratnayaka caught by Chris Broad off the bowling of John Embry. He scored 1. It's 119 for 7, and we're in the 38th over.
Well, pretty ambitious stroke from Ratnayaka there, trying to make room and hit it over deep, wide, long off. You really have got to get hold of it to get a 6 in that area, and Chris Broad, 10 yards inside the boundary, judged the catch to perfection.
John Embry's in his 10th over now. Beautiful, economical bowling, making them fight for runs all the way there. Throw from Lamb, and it's all over. Wonderful throw from Lamb, and a sad end for Dilip Mendis. Really, it's the end of Sri Lanka's World Cup as well, I suppose. They've lost to Pakistan, lost to the West Indies, and this man, aged 35, has played 68 one-day internationals and has appeared in all 4 World Cups since they started.
See this Mendes hitting it away through mid-wicket, going pretty hard, but Allan Lamb right in the deep, comes running, picks it up in one hand. Beautiful piece of fielding, this. One hand there, right over the top to John Embry, and all John Embry had to do was just break the wicket. Beautiful piece of fielding.
Well, I think that's enough of a pantomime. It's the last ball of the Sri Lankan innings, the 45th over. Their innings cut short because bad light interrupted play here at Peshawar. But there was no way they could actually reply to England's massive first innings total of 296 for 4. Well, this is the biggest noise of the day. Lamb, I doubt, goes that far for his holidays, as they say. And that is that, and so we have the result that England so badly wanted after their loss to Pakistan. They've now won their second match, victory over Sri Lanka, by 108 runs. Sri Lanka, in fact, never made any progress in pursuit of this massive England total. They made a very bad start, 3 of their best players out for 37. Mahanama and Kurupu and Guru Singha. Then there was a reasonable stand between Madugala and Ranatunga of 62 of 106 balls, but still they were a million miles off catching England up. And then after reduction in overs to 45, nothing came nearer. England bowlers were absolutely on top, with wonderful figures produced by John Embry and the other off-spinner, Eddie Hemmings, 10 overs, 2 for 31. Philip de Freitas, 9 overs, 1 for 24, another outstanding contributor. The man of the match was Allan Lamb for his most aggressive 76 and a marvellous run out too. So England, in the end, won on superior run rate. Sri Lanka falling short by 108 runs.
3 matches played, 3 victories, giving them the maximum 12 points. But England now in second place with 8 points, and West Indies, who've only managed to win 1 game, third. But England won't want to lose sight of the fact that West Indies run rate, 5.46, is considerably the best in that group. Matches to come there will be England against Pakistan on Tuesday and West Indies against Sri Lanka on Wednesday. In the one match played today in Group A, India defeated Zimbabwe in Bombay by 8 wickets. Zimbabwe 135 all out after 44.2 overs, and India getting that target with the loss of only 2 wickets, 136 for 2 off 27.5 overs. And the position in Group A now looks like this. India top, 3 matches played, 2 wins, giving them 8 points. Australia a second, but they, of course, can go top if they win the next match in that group, which is against New Zealand tomorrow. Trying to keep calm also, our commentators Jack Bannister, Ray Illingworth and